like this video, like this video. Now, Kandi Burruss is in the news yet again. Okay. Did y'all know that Kandi has got her PR team on the blogs everywhere, child? Now her PR team has called into People Magazine, which is Bravo's right-hand outlet, to spill some more tea about Kandi. Okay. So it's like, wait a minute, Kandi ain't said nothing, Todd ain't said nothing. We have looked at all the court documents, we have reviewed the court documents, and apparently what we got it wasn't what she wanted us to get. Okay. Remember, Kandi wants the court documents sealed. You need to watch my last video because we reviewed all of it. We reviewed Kandi's petition. We reviewed Todd's answer. We reviewed Kandi's amended petition, and we reviewed her motion to seal the documents all on the last live stream. Well, now, since everybody has heard all of that and people are saying that Todd deserves the money, Todd deserved this, Todd, we didn't watch Kandi's wedding, and Kandi's wedding, it seemed like Todd was under duress. It's been an overall, like everybody is on Todd's side for some reason. I don't know, not everybody, but most of y'all. Not me though. I don't know whose side to be on. But now, okay, now you can tell it's about to get dirty. You can tell it's about to get dirty because when they start going to the media and start leaking stuff, especially the People magazine, that means that apparently not enough of y'all are on her side. So now she wants to let y'all know, or somebody in her camp wants to let y'all know that Todd was talking to other women behind her back and she had no idea. Now, we all have heard that, Kandi said she loves her threesome, ain't it? She said she loved it. And then we saw her vacationing with Todd and another woman. So, people have been speculating that they have an open relationship. But she said he can't do it without me. Okay, he cannot do it without me. Now, my problem with this is, why didn't she lead with this? Did she only bring this up because Todd responded and is now questioning the prenup? Because if you recall, her initial complaint was, oh, it's irreconcilable differences, and we're going to work together for the sake of the kids. Todd is still spending time with me and the kids for Thanksgiving. We are still good. It's just that we just don't belong together no more. Okay. But Todd came back shooting. Pew, 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 pew. I was signing that prenup under duress, even though I feel like we need to work together. This something like it's been 10, 11 years, and y'all can watch Kandi's wedding and you will see that I had to sign it within a few hours of walking down the aisle, and I really loved her, so I signed it, but I was under duress, and that means that it's void, and I deserve half. I deserve half of everything. It don't matter if Kandi bought this house before we got married. I upgraded Kandi and the house during the marriage. Okay, while we was married, we redid the kitchen. Okay, and I put half. While we was married, we redid the swimming pool, and I put in half. While we was married, we redid this whole house, the grounds, everything. We put up a security gate, and I paid half while we was married. So if Kandi paid $500,000 for this house as a foreclosure, and now it's worth $2 million, I deserve half. Okay, that's what I read. That's what I heard. Okay, don't ask me how I know the amounts of the house because I'm nosy. I be looking. Okay, so according to People Magazine. You said fuck. You said F that. He doesn't deserve half. I mean, listen, y'all said Porsha deserved half, and she wasn't even there but a few months, but 12 months, 14 months. Todd was there for 10 years. You saying he don't deserve half of the equity? I'm not saying half of what she paid, but the equity that he was living there, the sweat equity that he helped build that house and put it together. Are you saying that Todd doesn't deserve anything and he lived there too? Y'all let me know, okay? It's different when the tables are turned. When it was Porsha, y'all was like, "Yes, Porsha, get the house. Yes, Porsha deserved half of the house." And I was like, "Simon didn't listen. Simon bought that house before they got married, but he bought it so that they can live in it together." Well, Kandi bought this house so her and her husband can live in it together. Said Portia didn't deserve half either. Okay. Well, I mean, but she got it. Okay, allegedly. Now, according to People magazine, okay, let me recap. Kandi announced that she was divorcing Todd on November 21st. And now, according to People magazine, a source, shout out to Don Juan and Mama Joyce, child, a source is telling People magazine exclusively that Burruss allegedly discovered that Todd has been talking to other women behind her back. Now, the insider, shout out to Don Juan and Mama Joyce and Carmen, the insider asked that the singer songwriter had no idea and was not happy when she found out. Shout out to the Glam Squad, honey. New allegations are emerging about Kandi splitting from Todd. Kandi, Kayla Niece Tucker, and T. Jermaine Tucker have been having marriage troubles for a while now, according to this source. And the source is not me. I'm just letting y'all know. I didn't do it. I know y'all think I did it, but it wasn't me. I didn't call the People magazine. Okay. Even though I know them personally, I did not call them because I am staying out of the people business. It says, that Todd has been talking to other women behind her back. She had no idea. Now, a rep for Burruss has not commented, and Todd T. Jermaine Tucker has not responded to requests from People either, even though T. Jermaine Tucker sent his documents over there to Us Magazine. So Us Magazine get the T. Jermaine Tucker documents, and People Magazine get the Kayla Niece Burruss documents. Do you see what's happening here? This is getting messy. Okay. Now, Kandi confirmed to People exclusively that she filed for divorce from Todd on November 21st. Kandi called up People magazine, sent them a copy of the complaint. Okay. Days later, Burruss 49 hosted an Amazon Live and shared insight into her split. And in that Amazon Live, she said, "Right now is a pretty crazy time." The singer-songwriter said she also answered the fans' questions about how she's been feeling. And she candidly shared, "I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm up, I'm down. I'm up and I'm down. Obviously, going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. Sometimes you're cool, then sometimes you have your moments of sadness." Burruss said there are moments she wants to reply to online comments. She said, "I'm just all over the place." She said, "Sometimes things just don't work out. It's just what it is." Okay. She said that the other day. Now we coming back after Todd said that y'all need to review the prenup. Now she's saying that he been talking to women without her knowing, because she ain't even been at home. She been living in New York all this time, and Todd been over there hanging out with Blaze and Ace and some other woman. That's what she said. Despite the split, Burruss says she and Tucker spent Thanksgiving together as a family. That's what she's saying. Okay. Back in 2020, during a couples therapy session on Real Housewives, Burruss and Tucker admitted that their busy work schedules had taken a toll on their relationship. So people are pulling up receipts from, the olden days. Okay, people are pulling up all of the receipts from Kandi's wedding. People are pulling up all the receipts and asking all of the questions like, we knew this was gonna happen. How she didn't know this was gonna happen? We saw Todd saying that you didn't even flip the mattress when he moved in, and we saw Todd saying that you were no Rihanna, and we saw Todd saying that you can't keep him chained up in the house like a dog. We saw Todd saying all them things right in front of our eyes, but you told us don't believe nothing he said. It's not true. You took Todd and his leash and you took him over and sat on that couch and you told the people that you don't wear your ring, but he better keep his on. You did that and we believed you, Kandi. We thought that, you were saying that the divorce rumors weren't true, that Todd was happy, and Todd went and sat along with you and said, "You're right. I'm just so happy. You're right. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy." And here we are. You say, "Yep, we saw it." Okay, let me find it. Hold on. Kandi Todd. Man, I don't know. What was that on? When they was talking about that damn ring. It's so many things on here now. I can't find it. It's been so long ago. Let me say ATLien. I played it the other day. Now I can't find it. I don't even remember where it came from. Where it came from? E News or something? Kandi Todd ring. ATLien. It's a short. I can't find it. Anyway, y'all knew what it was when Kandi and Todd was wearing that ring, and I was like, "Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there." I don't remember where I had got it from though. I want to know what the original interview, because y'all remember this right here.
But they're like, why doesn't she have on a ring? I hardly ever have it on. He always has it on
herself, because I ain't never said why she didn't have on the ring. Y'all knew she didn't run her ring. They telling on themselves Kandi took the ring off. I didn't know that.
Now if he doesn't have it on, and then it's gonna be a problem.
If Todd don't wear the ring, it's a problem. But Kandi is the boss. Kandi wears the pants. Kandi can take her ring off whenever she got dang feel like it, and you better not say nothing. Todd, get in there and cook for these kids.
Bravo. So the state of the marriage is good.
Yes.
We're good.
But
yeah, and they went on a whole press tour just to say that the marriage was good. Hold on, let me see. You said it's on People. Let's go look. You said no one knows what happens behind closed doors. You right about that. No one knows. We sure don't. So we don't know who to blame, who not to blame. Here go another one. Hold on. I keep finding the shorts, but I don't know what a full video. Let me see what this short say.
Blind item going around that said that the two of you were going to split.
Yeah. BS.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
But
Riley actually sent it to
really?
me. Yeah, she was like, why do people keep saying that y'all about to get divorced? I was like, I don't know. But honestly, I think
it was on Us Weekly.
Todd and I, on his YouTube, we're doing this thing called Todd and the Glam Squad. And it was really, when I would get my hair and makeup done, he would sit and we would talk about, like hot topics or whatever.
Relationship issues.
Sure.
Relationship issues. But we are great debaters.
Yeah,
okay?
we go at it.
And we're passionate when we go back and forth.
Right.
And I think people kind of mistook that to say like we were angry with each other, but it's like, no, we're debating the topic.
Sure.
Right.
Like we're going back and forth about this. Like as soon as I've been like that my whole life. As soon as like we have a back and forth, I can walk out the room and be like, okay, now what we're doing next.
Right.
There was like a blind item going around.
So it was really interesting that they went on a whole press tour when we was all dissecting the Glam Squad. It's like, why would you go on a whole press tour just to tell people ain't nothing wrong with us? And there's nothing wrong with us, but clearly there was. Okay. But there's that. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. We're gonna look at it with fresh new eyes. Okay. Shout out to Us Magazine. This was, how long ago was this? Let me see. This was a year ago. Hold on. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer, Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Now let's listen.
Pay attention to rumors and things like that. There was like a blind item going around that said that the two of you were going to split.
BS.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Riley actually sent it to me. Yeah, she was like, why do people keep saying that y'all about to get divorced? I was like, I don't know. But honestly, I think it came from Todd and I. On his YouTube, we're doing this thing called Todd and the Glam Squad. And it was really, when I would get my hair and makeup done, he would sit and we would talk about, like hot topics or whatever.
Relationship issues.
Sure.
Relationship issues. But we are great debaters.
Yeah, we go at it.
And we're passionate when we go back and forth.
Right.
And I think people kind of mistook that to say like we were angry with each other, but it's like, no, we're debating the topic.
Sure.
Right.
Like we're going back and forth about this. Like as soon as I've been like that my whole life. As soon as like we have a back and forth, I can walk out the room and be like, okay, now what we're doing next.
So they were trying to convince us that everything was okay. Everything is great. Kandi got dressed tied up in his wool coat, took him to sit on the pink couch, and you better sit here and tell the people that we good, regardless of if I wear my ring or not.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
whereas I guess there's somebody that's watching it, they are thinking that it's more than what
Right.
it
They're
was.
analyzing, wow, he said this or his posture. You know how they do.
Of course.
But yeah, it was just good, fun conversation. And yeah, I think people just took it wrong. I was like, we with each other every day. It's not like I haven't seen them together. His ring isn't on or something. So, but
Right. And I'm
everything's good.
really the one who never has on a ring a lot of times.
Sure.
Today I do.
Yeah.
Today I do. But you know, they are like, why doesn't she have on a ring?
Today she had on her ring. Just today, because she'll never have it on. Like we used to peep that all the time. Kandi ain't never had that ring on. Okay. Look. And now she's like, but today I do.
I hardly ever have it on.
Yeah.
He always has it on. Now if he doesn't have it on, and then it's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
Tyler, she don't have to wear her ring, but I have to wear mine.
So the state of the marriage is good.
Yes.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
good,
Do you
actually.
pay attention to that? So, well, obviously, I know because your daughter brought it to your attention. But do you ever? Are you mindful of those things? Like you said, you know, going out wearing the ring, you have to like people pick up on everything.
Yeah, they do. And it's tough because you're always on stage. You know, you can't really kind of relax out in public. But for me, I think, you know, from doing reality TV earlier on with her, like I really don't pay it no more.
Yeah.
We know.
Todd said, they don't pay it no mind. I don't know. Anyway, y'all let me know what in the chat what y'all think about this situation with Kandi and Todd. Do you think it's gonna get worse before it gets better? I know y'all say it's a sad situation overall, but a lot of people feel like they was making a mockery of marriage. You know, they was inviting other people into their marriage. Marriage is sacred, and clearly they didn't take it seriously enough. You know, they listen. And here's my issue. Why you wanna seal the motion, file a motion to seal now, Kandi, when you done had us in the middle of it all this time? You had us in the middle of your prenup battle on TV. You had us in the middle of your wedding battle on TV. You had us in the middle of your surrogacy battle on TV. You had us in the middle of all your drama on TV. But as soon as this start, all of a sudden you want your privacy. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. And I don't know for sure. I see you, Jezebel. I don't know for sure. But what's gonna happen is Ty is gonna subpoena all these financial documents. Uh what's gonna happen is you're gonna realize that Kandi don't really have as much as y'all team Kandi Coda Click think she has. And y'all gonna realize that maybe Todd was telling the truth about being there with the kids and Kandi was not. I don't know. It's something that she don't want y'all to see. Because Todd, in his response, did not issue any type of motion to say seal this up. And Kandi didn't file a motion to seal in her initial complaint. So why you doing it now, Kandi? Why? You don't want us to see what Todd asking for? What's going to happen? Huh. And here's this too. Who was it that tagged me? Was it Tasha Washer? Was it DMV? One of y'all tagged me last night in the lead attorney. Okay. And apparently he was reviewing the documents after I had reviewed the documents. And I understand attorneys may have some different perspectives. And when I saw him, he was reviewing Kandi's initial petition. And in the initial petition, he was pointing out that there were several grammatical errors, formatting errors. It was too many spaces, the commas put in all these different places, things that lawyers see, you know, because lawyers are supposed to do things in certain ways. Okay. I probably wouldn't care what a comma was, but you know, apparently he would, and apparently maybe the judge would. I don't know. But he pointed that out. And so in doing so, he was calling into question the competency of Kandi's attorney, in my opinion. I mean, he didn't say it factually that, she was incompetent, but he was kind of saying, now look at Todd's documents that were prepared by Randy Kessler, that's got all the things pretty, that's got the footnotes where they supposed to be, that's got the overview, that's got all of these things, is very detailed. And look at Kandi's initial petition that they forgot the verification. Remember I told y'all Todd's attorney said you didn't even put the verification in there, and it's supposed to be in there, which means this petition isn't even valid. And so she had to file a whole amended petition along with the verification. So it's like, what is happening, Kandi? Like, we went and watched. Well, I went and watched like the first episode of Kandi's wedding, right? And Johnny Winston was on. I need to call Johnny Winston because I didn't realize Johnny Winston was the wedding planner. Who knew? And Kandi was skipping pinching pennies even back then. And now, it's interesting that, y'all would call out the fact that Todd got Randy Kessler and Kandi got Adama McKinnon, even though, Adama may be very, very experienced by now, but I met her when she was Phaedra's law clerk. That's all I gotta say. That's when I met her. I don't know what she did since then. But it's giving Kandi still pinching pennies because she didn't think that Todd was gonna fight. So now you got your attorney filing paperwork that isn't as legitimate as Todd's paperwork, and you allegedly got more to fight for than he got. I'm just saying, like, wow. Bravo need to pull these cameras out right now. Okay, Bravo need to pull, because we need to figure this out. Okay. And another thing that the lead attorney brought up that I thought was interesting was that Adama allegedly represents Blaze Steak and Seafood LLC, the company that owns Blaze Steak and Seafood, against the landlord. Remember, the landlord is suing Blaze Steak and Seafood for like, I think it was $100,000, $200,000, something like that. And Kandi and Todd both are co-owners of that company. So Adama representing Blaze means she's representing both Kandi and Todd. So how can she go over here and represent Kandi? Would that be a conflict of interest? I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a judge. I'm not even a court clerk. But would it be? It seemed kind of iffy if she was representing Todd over here with the Blaze Steak and Seafood stuff, and then she coming over here just representing Kandi by herself, that there would be some type of Hip Hop Inquirer said yes, it's a conflict. Oh Lord, let me fix myself. Oh Lord, how now Kandi ain't got no attorney? Oh Lord, how she ain't got no attorney in the middle of the stuff? She gonna have to switch attorney in the middle. Lord, you said it's a conflict for sure. Ooh, and then what I found interesting. Hey, Dennis. What I found interesting is he also said that it's not for the judge to decide if it's a conflict. It's for the opposing attorney to decide if it's a conflict. So it could be strategy on Randy Kessler's part in not bringing it up right now. And when they get into the weeds and the meats and the potatoes of the lawsuit, then he might bring up, well, Kandi's attorney represented my client and then she could get a conflict and get booted off the case. And then we got Randy over there. Randy been Todd's attorney since the beginning, at least on TV. We saw him on TV. We saw Randy Kessler telling Todd, don't sign that. It's not in your favor. Don't sign it. You need to ask for this. We saw Randy Kessler saying that on TV. Okay. We saw Kandi's team of attorneys come into Todd's hotel room with cameras the day of the wedding or the day before or whatever it was, within 24 hours, to have him sign on camera. And Randy wasn't there. So listen, it's the same attorney now. Randy has said in Todd's documents against my consultation against whatever I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But Randy said against my legal advice. I told him don't sign it. He signed it, and here we are. And I'm calling it the question, the signing of this document. And all of that could have been strategy even back then. Yeah, go ahead and sign it. It's not going to be valid anyway. Go ahead and sign it, Todd. It ain't going to be valid anyway. Go ahead. Go ahead and sign it. We'll just fight. If you ever get divorced, we'll just fight it. Go ahead and sign it. Mm-hmm. Randy taking Todd money. Randy was Nene's attorney too. Randy was everybody's attorney. Porsha's attorney. Porsha's attorney against Simon and the prenup. That's why I called into question Simon's prenup. Y'all talk about, when we all was saying, how can Porsha get the house? How can Porsha sit in the house? How can Porsha, even though Simon ain't paying, it's like, Porsha is entitled to half of the equity because she lived there during the time. Like, it's the same thing with Todd. Isn't he entitled to half of the equity? If Kandi bought that house for $500,000, allegedly. If Kandi bought that house for $500,000 as a foreclosure, allegedly. Todd moved in 2 years later and they got married. Okay. And within their marriage, they done upgraded the house, they done redid the pool, they done redid the house, they done redid the kitchen, they done put new appliances in, they done did all this, new bathrooms. They did all that while they was married. You telling me that he ain't owed a portion of the equity that has been earned in light of all the years that they have earned this house together? She lied. She lied. According to court documents, according to the sales records, she paid $500,000. Maybe she paid $500,000 cash. Now I don't even know if it was cash, but the house was sold for $500,000 to Kandi Burruss. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could tell you exact amount, but I'd be messy. But it's 500 and like 520, somewhere around there. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you remember Todd has a townhouse or a condo? They say he got one in Jersey, remember? And she might get half of that. I don't know. But the point being is they're married. Okay. Simon lost because he was an illegal citizen. If not for that, he would have won. There was some bias. I believe there was some bias there because of that. Yeah, she paid less than $1 million for it. She paid $500,000. Mm-hmm. All right. Unless she financed $500,000 and paid $500,000 cash. I mean, it's possible, but from the sales record, it's sold for $500,000. Okay. But y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think about all this drama with Todd and Kandi. I mean, every day is something else with Todd and Kandi. Now, moving on.